Good morning. I'm just waking up. I still have sleep in my eyes, I think, but I want to check in with you about a topic that I'm sure we can check in about, 20, 30 times, 30 minutes long, because we can all relate to bullying, or that's the term we use in the society, but really, aggressive behavior from other children, either towards our children or maybe from our own children. In a public place, what do we do when you're in a public place and another child is being aggressive to your child? It can catch you off guard. I find that on that parenting spectrum, I can run to both ends sometimes. I can feel like a mama bear and I want to come in there and, put in rules and regulations and restrictions and, this is a safety issue to me, so I want to come in there and growl and roar. And there's another side of me sometimes that I'm so caught off guard and I don't know what to do. I'm almost frozen, that I may become passive and not want to get involved and say, oh, let them work it out. Kids will be kids. And, or just maybe just choosing to not want to deal with it. And how do you come in the middle there? And how do you help your children? Because really that's a teachable moment for your child, and it's out in public, and it can feel a little more difficult because there's extra eyes all around, but it's really important that our children feel safe and that they know our agreements in our home apply out in the world as well, and that we have expectations of their behavior regardless of where they are. And that can be difficult because not everybody in the world agrees with your agreements. So what do you do about it? Well, like I've told my children, I can't control, nor is it my job to control other people's behavior. All I can control is my own. So in that moment, I have to check in with myself, my agreements, and then act accordingly. So when our kids were out playing at the park and having what we considered a wonderful time, along came this other child who desperately wanted to play and, wasn't able to, just really didn't have the social skills. So our agreement is with my children, I check in with them. These are these situational agreements that when we're at the park, we find that we're children who aren't playing appropriately, that your job is to walk away and find something else to do. And a lot of times that will diffuse the situation. Go to another section of the park, find another activity, but doesn't always, because some children are just relentless and positive or negative attention, they want attention. So then we've told our children to come and get help. Use your words, get help. So I heard the kids say, we really don't want to play this game with you right now. We're playing another game. Please find something else to do. And that was great to hear them say that. This child would not listen and actually became agitated and aggressive, and at that point our children came to get us. Well, as they're coming over, this child starts just attacking one of the kids. And in that moment, of course, I'm not going to ask our kids to not defend themselves. So one of our agreements is with the kids, look, use your words, walk away, get help. But if another child is being aggressive to you, you have every right to protect your body. What I've asked my kids to do, though, is use your words along with your hands to protect yourself. Stop. Leave me alone. Go away. Not okay. I need help. Use your powerful voice and your powerful words. For one, you'll be a lot stronger defending yourself when you get your voice out there, and it's really showing that you're not in a passive place. You are clearly stating this is not okay. It allows other adults to hear and children to hear that you're defending yourself in this moment, and you do need help. And then lastly, of course, getting the proper authorities involved, whether it's the other parent and they weren't anywhere around, because that's a little bit why this child was so much needing attention, or you can, if you have to, because of the level of violence that has occurred, and get authorities out there, absolutely. For us, this little child was so young and this other child was so old, he was able to protect himself, and in the process did injure this little child, and that was hard, to see this injured ego and now injured body of a little kid who was just crying out for help. But our kids have to feel safe too, and so we checked in with this little child, talked with them about playing with other kids kindly and make sure they're okay, and then we had to leave. That's truly what our choices were. We could not stay here anymore, and that's heartbreaking. You feel like there can be this entitlement. I have the right to be here too, and it's not okay to let these kids come in and take over the park like this, and we should stand up for ourselves. And my boys and my friends' boys did stand up for themselves, but they also want to be safe, and it's important that kids feel safe and secure, and they do know what to do, and we're there to support them. So that was my wonderful experience with at the park, and we talked about it as a family afterwards. About, again, what do we do in a situation where someone else is being aggressive? It's the same agreement we have at home. We walk away, we get help, we use our words. Use your words with the other child. Walk away, get help. Whatever order works in that moment. And then absolutely you have the opportunity to not become a victim and to protect your body and do what you need to do to have this person stop. You don't get to accost them. As soon as you've gotten to the point where you have help or you're able to fend it away and get away, that you stop the behavior. And then we went out and got ice cream. So anyway, that's another story, because at that point we were all feeling a little beaten up and bruised and battered, and some life lessons are just harder than others, and this is definitely one of those ones that was challenging. Okay, I'm sure we'll talk about this more. Take care now. Bye.